Hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back at it again here with Minnesota Vikings football on the SSN. This week, the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles will come to US Bank Stadium play against the 2-3 Minnesota Vikings. Now, off our first win in a couple, 44-30 against the New York Giants, we need to take a look at some things. If we can schedule, that's what we want. We want the team schedule, and we want to go to the box score. Now, the Minnesota Vikings did not allow any points in the fourth quarter, did not score any points in the fourth quarter, but in the second half, only allowed 3 points to one of the hottest teams in the NFL at that time. Offensive total yards gain, we had 605 season high. Offensive pass yards, 330. 725 total yards, of course. That was a season high. Third down conversions. We had 8 of them. Season high. 100% in the red zone. Touchdown. 66, rather. Sorry. 3 touchdowns, 3 field goals. Only 1 penalty for 16 yards. That was, of course, the pass interference, I do believe. And then we destroyed them in time of possession. But as far as player stats go, you can't get any better than this. Stephen Campagna, 353, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Speaking about stats, right now, as it sits, coming into this game against the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles, we have the best passer in the NFL in terms of yardage. 1824 on the season. He is a 112 for 184. That is 60% completion percentage, for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Now, that's the looming news. Yes, he has double-digit touchdowns going into Week 6, but he has 7 interceptions as well. Yards per attempt just shy of 10 yards, and 90 sub 100 passer rating, and he's averaging 364 a game. We also have the number 1 wide receiver still. Despite Luke Slazewski not getting 100 yards, his season average per game, 26 catches, 509, and just 1 touchdown on the season. You want to see that number grow, but this is a big team effort. I get it. Played in every single game. Longest reception, 76. I do believe that is the longest in the NFL. No, Jordan Matthews has an 80, so it's second. Might have to beat that today. Anyway, coming off the New York Giants game and seeing this team get sacks and 2 interceptions, this defense is finally looking up. We are the 32 ranked defense and the first ranked offense in terms of yards allowed and yards gained and points in the NFL. Points for, we are number 1, in points against, we are 32. So we will see where this takes us. If we win and get to 3-3, we are just 1 game back of Chicago, depending on what they do. We'll see who Chicago has. I'm sure we'll check in with them at the half of this one. Are they off this week? I don't see them listed on the Week 6 matchup. So Chicago is off this week. They have a bye week. So this is a huge week for the Minnesota Vikings. If we can come into this week and get a win, we could be just 1 game behind Chicago. So, yeah, Randy Replay will be seeing you guys in just 1 second as we get ready for kickoff. This is Minnesota Vikings football. And hello and welcome everybody to this presentation of EA Sports and the SSN. Randy Replay back here. Still no sideline analyst. So you will get me in the booth for this huge game in the NFC North Division. 5-0 Eagles, 2-3 Vikings. Let's do this. Of course, your TV commentators, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, but you are stuck here in the simulcast with Randy Replay. Moments ago, the Minnesota Vikings, unannounced, will be wearing their 2000 Classic jerseys. The throwbacks. Now, we said during the Bears game that they will use the white throwbacks on the road against Chicago, and then they will use the home ones in an unannounced home game, and this is the one. Oh my goodness. So the teams have taken the field. There's Robert Nichols, had an interception in his last game. Poi Tralamalu has 1 pick on the year. So we will go over. There's number 1 wide receiver in NFL in terms of yardage, Luke Slazewski, going over last-minute coverages with Sam Gable there as well. Speaking of which, 18 carries, 107, 3 touchdowns in his last game, so he will be relied on heavily, you would think. Kickoff is just about underway. Eagles have won the toss, have elected to receive, so we will see that man first, Carson Wentz, here at US Bank Stadium. So the Minnesota Vikings will get the ball at the second half. Matthew Peterson hyping everybody up. And here come the Vikings. Kaboom! We are underway here. US Bank Stadium plays host to the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. And we'll take a look at that man we mentioned earlier, Carson Wentz, as he comes out with his Eagles teammates. He is 117, 159, 1371, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So a big, big, big challenge here for the Vikings. He can also move in the pocket, so you got to watch that. So here we go. Vikings will come out 3-4. It's a give. He gives it. I do believe that is Jordan Howard down there. He will get a minimal gain. No gain indeed. So no gain on the play. Here we go. That is Jordan Howard, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Another give to Howard. Fitzer comes up to the line, meets him, and he is finished off by Robert Nichols. So 2 rushes for Jordan Howard. But he's only got 1 yard, so here come the Minnesota Vikings on defense, going to deploy their cover 2 man. Carson Wentz looks right, throws left, short throw. Rashid Spinks will push him out of bounds for a no minimal yard gain. They'll give him a yard. So that was Robert Nichols, rather. Jalen Myrick back to receive this one. He's going to have some room. Stutter steps, makes a man miss, gets up to about the 28. And Jalen Myrick has himself a good little return. Here comes Stephen Campagna. So Campagna, 112, 184, 18-24, 10 touchdowns, 7 picks. Number 1 quarterback in the NFL in terms of yardage. And we'll see what they can do here today. Luke Slazewski out there. You need to make sure he gets his yardage today to maintain that number 1 status in the NFL if you're into that sort of thing.
Hey, Charlie.
Campagna shouts his way. It's a play fake. Sam Gable. Campagna gets out. And he tries to throw it away, and he's sacked. Excuse me. Bradham gets his first sack of the day. And you got to think about his ideas there. What was going through the mind of Stephen Campagna. Another play action. Sam Gable, he's behind him. He throws. Caught by Lou Wang. No, that's Jesse Peterson. He's playing without the sleeves today. I didn't even know that was him. The throw was rushed because of the pressure, and he just gets it out for Jesse Peterson, who makes a great catch. Playing without the sleeves today. Wowzers, 34-yard reception. JGP, and the Minnesota Vikings have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Sam Gable still in the game. It will go to the aforementioned Gable. Gable spins out, makes a man miss, comes back, gets 9. They're going to give him 10 in the first down. Last week he had 107 and 3 touches. 3 touchdowns, rather. So Steven Campagna looks over the coverages. He's got Vandershoff behind him. Sends a man in motion. That's Darian Wilson. Goes to him on the jet sweep. Darian Wilson had a jet sweep last game, and there was a flag.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And you know it's going to go against the defense there. So here we go. Cole Smith is out there on this one. Campagna in the shotgun. Pump fakes. Has to throw short. That is Cameron Quick. He had a couple good catches last game. And they're now in the red zone. Minnesota Vikings red zone football. Oh, my goodness. Steven Campagna, empty shotgun. Pump fakes one way. Throws the other. For Josh Gable. He gets it. No, he dropped it back corner of the end zone. Josh Gable had it in the end zone, but dropped it. That'll bring on 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 now. Minnesota Vikings. Yells out to his right side. Nobody's running their routes here. Throws end zone. Darian Wilson out of bounds. He stopped on his route. And Darian Wilson kind of looks a little shocked. Steven Campagna expecting him to be a little bit closer. Yeah, he had to jump up for that one anyway. So Brandon Baker is on for the first field goal of the day. Here at 8:25 in the first. Brandon Baker's kick is away. It is good. Minnesota takes a 3-0 lead. Throw short, middle, miss, tackle, and Ertz is in for the score. Audibles to Sam Ah. We know what that is. That's a run to the right side. Sam Ah, he trips. Terrence Felix trips over his own man and loses 5. Campagna under center, gets the snap. Throws, open Luis Gonzalez. He will get out of bounds. Good throw, good catch. 2nd and 9. Campagna throws one wide open. Luis Gonzalez, and he gets tackled out of bounds. There's no flag. So Luis Gonzalez quickly has 2 catches on the day for 40 yards. Campagna throws. Incomplete. Separated from the ball was Darian Wilson. So you miss a throw in the end zone, and then you don't catch it and hold on for the first down here. So here we go. Brandon Baker on for his 2nd attempt. This will make it 7-6 Philly. Kick is away. It is good. You got to be happy about that. 7-6. You cannot let them gain too many more yards here. So we'll see what happens. Carson Wentz in the shotgun. Jordan Howard to his left. Quick throw to the left side. Robert Nichols misses the tackle. And he is to the races. That is Deshaun Jackson. He's gone. Touchdown. Oh my heavens. So here we go. Minnesota Vikings defense needs a big stop here. It's a play action. Intended for Howard. Throw. Batted away. There is a flag.
Pass interference. Offense.
And it's offensive pass interference. Was that on a lineman? Oh, Carson Wentz. Jordan Howard behind him. Pinch linebackers are in the 3-4 set. Throws end zone. Intercepted. Ploy Trolamalu, and he jumps at the end. Ploy Trolamalu. Throws a dagger by jumping. Looked pretty beautiful, though, I have to say. Have to do something here if you are the Vikings. This is the big drive for you. Campagna down to the shotgun. He gets the snap. Looks over to his coverage and big. Come on, drop that. Come on, Cole, you gotta catch that. Campagna gets the snap. Looking about to throw in, he gets sacked again by Cox. Now Fletcher Cox is in the zone. They have to double Cox. Deep throw, Darian Wilson. Intercepted! Oh my goodness! He gets shoved out of bounds by Klein, but that was... I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. This is a completely different-minded team here, and Stephen Campagna just threw another interception. Drew Ward jumped early. Quick throw, Ertz. Ertz is down at the 2. No, they call it a touchdown. So they call it a touchdown. I thought he was down at the 2. Take a peek at this. That angle sucks. This is the angle we want. Yeah, he crossed. Okay, never mind. Possibility for this team. Stephen Campagna in the shotgun. Sacked again as he's about to throw. Good Lord, man. And you have to wonder, is Stephen Campagna the answer? Washy. Stephen Campagna out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws left side. Caught Darian Wilson. Minimal gain. That'll only be for 3 yards. Never mind. That is a big gainer. So here we go. Campagna in the shotgun. And where was that throw going? I don't know what is happening with this team right now. And that thing was a country mile off the mark. It's going for Luke Slazewski. He wasn't even there. It's 3rd and 7. Third and 7. Throws. And it's intercepted by Robert Nichols. He one-handed it. Backflip Nichols! 3rd interception for Robert Nichols, and this might give him life. He can't make a throw to save his ass. Open coverage. So here comes Brandon Baker on for a 40-yard attempt. This to make it 41-9. And it's good. 21, sorry. Oh my heavens. Kicks good. 24-9. So 49 seconds left to go in the first half. So Stephen Campagna. We're not going to run it. It's 4th and 22. Stephen Campagna throws deep. And it's picked up by a foot, wouldn't it be? Intercepted Stephen Campagna. And that'll end the half. And there you have it for the half. I really don't know what to say here other than the Minnesota Vikings are playing piss poor. Here we go. Halftime report. We'll take a look at the league. In a game that the Vikings have to win, they're not performing well. Here is Washington at Miami. Alex Smith, of course, 43 yards and a touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick, just 1 for 1, 5 yards. 13 seconds left to go in the half for them. Very interesting. In Kansas City, Houston, it's down 22-0. Sean Watson, 1 for 1, 13 yards in the half. What is going on here? 11 for 15, 154 yards and a touchdown for Patrick Mahomes. Back to Florida we go. Jacksonville, Nick Foles, 9 for 15, 100 yards. Drew Brees, 2 interceptions on the day. 4 seconds left in that one till the half. Interesting. Hello and welcome to your halftime break. This is Randy Replay's least favorite part of the job. When we're down this big. Stephen Campagna is just not the same player as we saw last week on the road. Just a QB rating of 35.9 for the first half. He is 10 for 21. That is 47% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 170 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. Now has 10 touchdowns on the year, 9 interceptions. Aaron Moss, 5 carries, 8 yards. Sam Gable, 4 carries, 25 yards. Receiving, Jesse Peterson, 2 for 51. Darren Wilson, 2 for 22. Luis Gonzalez, 2 for 40. Luke Slazewski, number 1 wide receiver in the NFL, 1 catch, 21 yards. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Myrick, Anderson, and Lewis all tied with 4. 4 tackles for loss by Rethwell, Fair, Spinks, and Anderson. No sacks. 2 interceptions in the first half by Trullumullu and Nichols. And no pass deflections, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in the first half. We need to change. Hopefully Mike Zimmer is lighting a fire under the asses of these players. And this, I don't know what to say. As I take a sip of the Caribou Skull Blend, something has to change. Hopefully we get the run game going. I mean, we haven't. I have no words. Minnesota Vikings down 24-9. Vikings get the ball. I'll see you in just a minute. 39. Minnesota Vikings need a big play. Carson Wentz out of the shotgun. And he gets brought down by Terrell Oliver. Does jumping jacks, and there you have it, Terrell Oliver. So this is a big field goal attempt to make it 27-9. Elliott kicks. Oh, he shanks it off of his foot. Almost goes into the first row. Ladies and gentlemen, developing news. Stephen Campagna benched. It's now Smeagol in there. His first play from scrimmage will be a head off to Vandershoff, who gets the first down off of a big run there. Stephen Campagna, shotgun, pump fakes. Chucks it up for Wilson. Dropped it in the end zone. Oh my heavens. Cole Smith, single coverage. Incomplete, no flags. 46-yard field goal attempt for Brandon Baker. Middle of the field. He should be able to get this one. Brandon Baker's kick is away. It is good. So 24-12. We're only down by 12 now. 3:15 left to go, third quarter. Vikings are showing blitz. Here they come. Wentz throws open. Ertz touchdown. 4th and 20. Throws, incomplete by a country mile. I'm surprised it wasn't intercepted. And there you have it. Minnesota Vikings lose 37-20. Make it interesting down the stretch, but it is what it is. Stephen Campagna going into the tunnel, obviously frustrated. The whole team is in a state of, I don't know what you call it, but let's get into these stats for the Minnesota Vikings. Stephen Campagna, 71.7. He was 30 for 51. That is 58% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or didn't look over here. 372 yards, but 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Smeagol came in when Campagna kind of screwed the pooch and then came back in. 0 completions on 2 attempts. No yards. In the rushing game, Aaron Moss 5 for 8, Sam Gable 5 for 32, Justin Vandershoff 2 for 14. Terrence Freelix 1 for -5, Travis Parker 1 for 5, Darian Wilson 1 for 6. Receiving, Lou Wang 5 catches, 101 yards and 1 touchdown. Luis Gonzalez 4 for 52, Jesse Peterson 4 for 69. Darian Wilson 3 for 35, the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. Luke Slazewski 3 for 31. Travis Lee 2 for 26, Aaron Moss 2 for 17, Sam Gable 2 for 15, Blake Latelli 1 for 6, Travis Parker 1 for 8, Gable 1 for 5, left with a knee cartilage injury. Cole Smith, 1 for 3. Cameron Quick, 1 for 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different wide receivers for Stephen Campagna. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to the defense and look at total tackles, and it's Rashid Spinks with 9. Now has 40 tackles on the season. Jalen Merrick with 6. Hey, look, Tevin Fair and Justin Lewis also had 6. Oliver, Erickson, Anderson with 5. Cross, Nichols, Arnsdorf, Rethwill, Nelson, Fritchie, Ward. Fritchie with 3. Ward, Arnold, Trollamalu with 2. Buelow, Stark, Fitzer, Rosu, Elfline, Bradbury, and Klein each with 1. Tackles for loss, we had a lot. Tevin Fair with 3. Stark, Rethwill, Oliver, Spinks, Anderson, Nichols with 1. Sacks, we got to Wentz twice today. Drew Ward, Terrell Oliver, the defensive tackles. 2 interceptions, one by Trollamalu and Nichols. 2 pass deflections, Anderson and Lewis. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries. No safeties, no touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings. For Brandon Baker, 4 for 4. 46 was the longest field goal. 0 for 0 on extra points. Taylor Pauline was a busy Beaver today. 3 punts, 155, netting 138. This has been Randy Replay. We'll get you back to the main screen where we will preview next week's game. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. In a big game where you needed to win, the Minnesota Vikings just fall short. Now 2-4 on the season. We got the 2-3 Lions at Ford Field coming up next. But before we do any of that, we have to take a look at the injury report because Josh Gable has a knee cartilage tear. He's out for 6 weeks. So that'll put him out until week 13. Jeremy Lindsey will come back from that dislocated elbow next week. Excuse me. And we really need Josh Gable. He's a good tight end. Doesn't really show up on the stat sheet, but his blocking is just impeccable. So if we take a look at the division, the Minnesota Vikings have fallen to 3rd place, and the Green Bay Packers just keep losing. So this game will be for a definitive 2nd place, and it has to be Minnesota. The Bears were off, so it was our chance to get 1 game behind them, and we just didn't do it. So the Bears are hosting the Saints this week. We have the Lions. And I do believe the Packers have a tough game. Never mind, they're hosting the Raiders, so that should be a win for them. But again, they are 0-6 on the season, so our enemies to the east are probably going to lose. But that's just a biased opinion coming from Randy Replay. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings lose 37-20 in just a disappointing loss. So what do you do? What is the answer here? I really don't know, but we have to figure it out. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.